What is up, YouTube? Want to do a little video update on my tanks today on what I like to label Water Change Friday. This is a shot of one of my fry tanks. I have combined two of my fry tanks into this grow out tank. There's some Kenyi fry in here, and I combined my convict fries into here. And also I found two fry of hongies in my big tank, so I saved their lives and I was able to catch them, and I put them in here so that they could grow up, also grow out and survive. But this just did a water change on this one. It's a little bit cloudy still, but you can see they're in there swimming. They're happy, getting big. Some of these Kenyi are about 3/4 to an inch now. So gonna be saving in about 8 to 10 females to turn into a breeding colony. I'll be selling off the rest along with the males because I already have quite a few males in some of my other tanks. So that's one tank. And then the reason I combined the convicts is because after doing a water change on this and letting it run for about an hour, I did catch my holding tangerine tiger and put her in her own tank so that she can be stress-free and have her first batch of fry in her own tank.
Sissy home?
No, Sissy not home, baby.
Hey,
My little son.
Mom, come here.
Moving on into my son's room, we have his two little tanks, and I put a small pair of convicts in here, which are a breeding pair, and you can already see they have gotten to work on his little Iron Man. I don't know how well that shows up, but there is a buttload of eggs on there, which she is guarding. It's been about 2 or 3 days since they've been there, so we should see them hatch soon. You can see my bushy nose up there. And then his other tank's got a couple little neons in it. A little boy, he has to have his own fish tanks, of course, when he sees his dad, so he's got his own. Into the next room, we got my 55-gallon tank here. This water change has already been done. Got some parrot cichlids in there, some more convict. They've all paired off. They breed in there like crazy, so there's no shortage of convicts. Everybody knows about that. Got a couple of jewel cichlids in there also. Got some catfish swimming around in there. There's a couple more catfish inside these two castles. One of them separate into each one. Can't remember what the name of them are, but they're the ones that everybody puts with cichlids, that they lay their eggs and the cichlids carry them in their mouth, but they hide in there unless I feed them.
Hi.
Yeah, baby. Say hi.
Dad.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi.
My little boy. Okay, on to the next room. I'll show you one of my other fry tanks. Just finished a water change on this one. These are my Aratus fry. Cutest thing you've ever seen. Starting to get some good size on them. They're growing real good and healthy. Got the window open. I like to give them a little bit of sunshine for an hour or so during the day. But there's about 30 of them in here. Doing real well. Alright, on to the next one. You're seeing pretty good now as to the evidence of how I got tanks all over the place in my house and why my wife is wanting me to move into the garage. Haven't done the water change on this. This will be next. You can see I got my tools of the trade sitting here waiting. What I do with this one is I use this long hose for all of these, and I run the hose out the window into the yard there, and that's how I do the draining on these. But this is my Chilliwack red shoulder breeding colony. You can see my dominant male there. And so turns out that I thought I had 6 females, but I have 5, because you can see another male coloring up nicely right there. So that gives me 5 females and 2 males in there. Down below that, my yellowfin Mabamba tank. They're kind of small still. I don't think I'm going to get any action out of them anytime soon. Up here I got one 10-gallon tank up there. I'm going to run 3 across there. Use those as fry tanks. This one you've seen in some of my other videos, the big bad boy 150. It needs a water change today. It's going to get one, probably about 40 or 50%. But, you know, they're healthy, but I do water changes every Friday, and it's that time, so we're going to do it. This over here, you will see my ivory head mulatto breeding colony. They're not going to be breeding anytime soon. They're still a little young, about 2 inches. But they're getting there. The males are starting to color up. So I got 2 males and 6 females in there. Below that you will see my Super Red Empress breeding colony. And you can see them back in there. I also see my reflection, it looks like, but there's 4 good sized females in there, about 3 inches, and the male is hiding back there behind his rock. And then down here I have my OB Peacock breeding colony. There's the male there. Females are still kind of small, but he's been working with them, doing his you know, the cichlid mating dance down here on the rock with a female of his choice, so maybe we'll see something out of them soon. Over to this tank, and these are a little skittish because I just caught that holding female. And this is my Tangerine Tiger tank. The remaining 3 females are over there. The other one's in her own tank for holding her fry in there. And the male is being very skittish because I was in there with a net and he's right there. You can see he's showing some good color. He's beautiful. He's about 5 or 6 inches right now. But he's pissed off at me because I was in there with a net. So he's being real skittish. But that's all the breeding colonies for right now. And then over in this direction, I have my 46-gallon bull front tank. This one has, you know, a variety of peacocks, a nice albino red top in there. Got a couple of dolphins in here, some Dasoni, lemon jake, electric blue Ali, got some females in there, some fire, strawberry peacocks, dragon bloods, whatever you want to call them. There's several names for that one. And then over here is my peacock fry tank. Got about somewhere between 50 and 70 peacock fry in here already. That is the tour of my house with all of my fish tanks that are up and running at the moment. Now I will take you into what will soon be the African cichlid hatchery, and talk to you about plans we have going on for that there. Okay, so this area here is my 2-car garage. It's about 600 or 700 square feet. Obviously the car will be parked out in the driveway from here on out, but you can see my purchases from the $1 per gallon Petco sale for this particular one that just went by. I had picked that one up at a garage sale with a stand. Got a pretty good deal on that. $40 for a 55-gallon with a stand. Got that acrylic tank for $20 at a garage sale. Somebody didn't know what they had, but so the plan is, on this wall, we're going to go 5 29 gallons, 5 long and 3 rows high, so there will be 15 29 gallons. And then up on the step here, I will build another stand with 3 more 29 gallons. You can see that's a 40-gallon breeder I had picked up. And then moving over this row, we'll have a rack of all 10-gallon tanks. Not sure how many long. I'm thinking, 2, 4, 6, probably 8. Row of 8 times 3, or maybe even 4, because 10-gallon tanks are shorter. Double-sided, so there'll be rows on both sides, and then next to that another row of, it will be these 20-gallon longs, and those will be fry grow-out tanks, again double-sided. And then against that wall is where I'm going to do rows of 40-gallon breeder tanks for the bigger, some of the bigger haps and stuff like that. And then on this wall here, on the front side of the garage, I'm going to do 6 to 9 55 gallons for some of the, the larger haps, like my Tangerine Tigers and Venustus and stuff like that. And then the plan is to, up in this corner at the top, build a shelf and put my linear piston pump, and then run the PVC all the way around the garage, and then down the center aisles and stuff like that to supply all the tanks with air for the filter systems, the sponge filters. And then on this wall, because my dad is my general contractor, we decided to put the air conditioning heating unit and cut a hole in that wall and put it there. And the main reason for that is because there's already a hole started there. And secondly, the circuit breaker panel is on that wall. We also will be insulating the walls in here to keep heat in during the winter and probably help keep it out during the summer, being that this is Arizona. It's going to be important. I'm also going to insulate the garage door as well as the garage door windows. But I do want to keep it to where I can open the garage, because that will make it easy for me to do water changes. I have a long hose, which you saw in there, and it'll be easy just to let it run out the garage into the, the gutters in the street. But being Arizona, it's going to be important to insulate this well so that I can keep it at my 80 to 82 degrees that I need it to be all year long for the cichlids. So that is the plan for the garage. You can see I've already got a head start on buying tanks at the Petco $1 per gallon sale. Been talking to the manager. He's trying to find out when the next one's going to be so that I can keep stocking up. Be starting this real soon here. My dad's getting everything drawn up and supply list ready, and we're checking into what size unit we're going to need to keep this thing heated and cooled. And then we'll be getting started on that. So hopefully by the end of October, maybe early September, we'll be getting to work, and I'll do some videos on that showing you what's going on. All right, YouTube, later.